Welcome to the captivating world of gymnastics, a journey that started thousands of years ago and has evolved into a mesmerizing display of strength, flexibility, and artistic expression. Originating in ancient Greece as a form of physical exercise, gymnastics has transcended time and cultures to become a dynamic and thrilling sport. From its humble beginnings on the palestras to the spectacular performances on the grand stage of the Olympics, gymnastics has continuously pushed the boundaries of human capability. Today, it stands as a testament to the fusion of athleticism and grace, with athletes defying gravity and showcasing breathtaking routines on the balance beam, uneven bars, vault, and floor exercise. Join me as we unravel the rich tapestry of gymnastics, exploring its history, evolution, and the awe-inspiring feats of the incredible athletes who continue to redefine the limits of what the human body can achieve. The history of gymnastics dates back to ancient Greece, where it was used as a form of physical exercise and training for soldiers. The word gymnastics comes from the Greek word gymnasium, which means to exercise naked, as athletes in ancient Greece often practiced and competed without clothing. In ancient Greece, gymnastics was an essential component of education and training for military service. The Greeks believed in the harmonious development of the body and mind, and gymnastics was part of the curriculum for young men. The Greek philosopher Plato advocated for physical education, stating that gymnastics was essential for developing the physical and moral qualities of individuals. However, in ancient Rome, the Romans adopted and modified Greek gymnastics, incorporating it into their gladiatorial training and military preparations as well. Roman Emperor Augustus established a state-sponsored program known as the Ludi, which included gymnastics as a form of public entertainment and physical training. But during the decline in Middle Ages, the focus on physical fitness diminished and the knowledge of ancient Greek and Roman gymnastics was largely lost. But as they say, everything has a silver lining. Within the Renaissance and Enlightenment, gymnastics experienced a revival since interest in classical Greek and Roman culture was rekindled. Italian educator Girolamo Mercuriale wrote the Arte Gymnastica, a comprehensive work on physical education and exercise. Published in 1569, he drew on ancient Greek and Roman principles, contributing to the renewed interest in gymnastics. Additionally, educational reformers in the 18th and 19th centuries, such as Johann Basedow in Germany and François Delsarte in France, promoted gymnastics as a means of holistic education. During the late 18th and early 19th centuries, two influential figures arose: Johann Friedrich Gutsmuth, often acknowledged as the grandfather of gymnastics, and Friedrich Ludwig John, the father of gymnastics. They are credited with developing the foundational principles of both natural and artistic gymnastics. Additionally, they played pivotal roles in designing key apparatuses and styles that define the sport. Friedrich Ludwig John, often referred to as the father of gymnastics, founded the first Turnplatz, or the open-air gymnasium, in Germany in the early 19th century. He introduced various apparatuses, including the parallel bars, horizontal bar, and the vaulting horse. In this era, gymnastics were still utilized as a form of military training to enhance soldiers' physical strength and capabilities. Now we arrive at the 20th century gymnastics. Gymnastics fell to the wayside in military training in lieu of weapons and technology training. It was during this time that the sport began to stand alone and build up additional notoriety as an everyman sport. In the 1990s, the International Federation of Gymnastics overhauled the scoring system, making a score of 10 or more difficult, and therefore assisting in the differentiation between a good score and a great one. The International Gymnastics Federation, or the Fédération Internationale de Gymnastics, or FIG, is the international governing body for the sport of gymnastics. It was founded on July 23, 1881 in Liège, Belgium. The FIG is responsible for overseeing and promoting gymnastics at the global level, setting the rules and regulations for the various disciplines of gymnastics, organizing international competitions, and fostering the development of the sport worldwide. Together with this, women's artistic gymnastics was officially included in the Olympics in 1928, and floor exercises were added to the routines in 1932. In 1954, the sport was standardized and given clear definition for women and men. In 1972, Olga Korbut helped elevate women's gymnastics from a focus on grace to include strength and power in competition scoring. Soon after, in 1976, Nadia Comaneci earned the first perfect 10. Gymnastics also had an expansion of disciplines. Rhythmic gymnastics, which combines elements of ballet, dance, and apparatus manipulation, gained popularity and became an Olympic sport in 1984. Trampoline gymnastics was also added to the Olympic program in 2000 but was later removed and rarely practiced ever since. Now, what are some highlights in the modern gymnastics era? The Nadia Comaneci and the Perfect 10. At the 1976 Montreal Olympics, Romanian gymnast Nadia Comaneci achieved perfection by scoring a perfect 10 in the all-around competition, an accomplishment that had a profound impact on the sport and its judging system. The Code of Points, a set of rules and guidelines for scoring gymnastics routines, has evolved over the years, reflecting changes in the sport's complexity and demands. The code is regularly updated by the FIG to keep up with the advancements in technique and athleticism. Artistic gymnastics has also seen a shift towards more acrobatic and dynamic routines with athletes performing increasingly difficult skills and combinations. Additionally, rhythmic gymnastics routines have become more intricate, combining dance elements with elaborate handling of apparatus like ribbons, hoops, and clubs. Trampoline gymnastics has seen an expansion of skills and difficulty with athletes executing multiple somersaults and twists in a single routine. Women's artistic gymnastics has evolved to include more powerful and daring skills, challenging traditional perceptions of femininity in sports. Simone Biles, one of the most decorated gymnasts in history, has been a trailblazer in this regard. Wow, what a journey it has been for gymnastics! Now we're going to talk about the man who made all this possible, Johann Christoph Friedrich Gutzmunds. Born on August 9, 1759 in Quedlinburg, Germany, and often referred to as the grandfather of gymnastics, was a significant figure in the history of physical education and gymnastics. Gutzmunds was a teacher, educator, and an advocate for the importance of physical exercise in education. He made notable contributions during the late 18th and early 19th centuries, a time when there was an increased emphasis on the role of physical education in schools. Gutzmunds believed in the holistic development of individuals, emphasizing the importance of physical, mental, and moral education. He argued that physical education, including gymnastics, played a crucial role in fostering discipline, health, and overall well-being. His most notable work is Gymnastics for the Young, first published in 1793. This book became widely influential in shaping the development of gymnastics and physical education in Europe. He also played a role in the Turnen movement, a gymnastics and physical fitness movement that gained prominence in Germany during the 19th century. This movement aimed to promote physical fitness, national unity, and a sense of community. Johann Christoph Friedrich Gutzmunds passed away on May 21, 1839, leaving behind a lasting legacy in the field of physical education and gymnastics. His ideas and teachings contributed to the broader understanding of the importance of physical activity in promoting health, discipline, and personal development. With that, different gymnastic disciplines also emerged. Starting with rhythmic gymnastics, it was originally required in the women's artistic program but became a separate sport when it was introduced internationally at an invitational competition in Budapest, Hungary in 1963. First known as modern rhythmic gymnastics and later as rhythmic sport gymnastics, the discipline now known as rhythmic gymnastics became an Olympic sport in 1984. This brand of gymnastics is only practiced by women, and the events in rhythmic gymnastics are named for the hand apparatus employed by the gymnast, which includes rope, hoop, ball, clubs, and ribbons. Trampoline and tumbling are also under the aegis of FIG, and trampoline debuted as a men's and women's event at the 2000 Olympic Games. Olympic competition is individual only, but currently it is rarely seen and never practiced. Sports acrobatics has been contested internationally since 1973, and there are several routines, some of which must include human pyramids that are created by the gymnast and must be held for 4 seconds to be scored. The final discipline sanctioned by the FIG is sports aerobics. Aerobics exercise has been a popular form of physical training for the general public since the mid-1970s. In 1997, the International World Games Association included sports aerobics in the 5th World Games, but sport acrobatics and sports aerobic have not yet attained Olympic status. Now, what are the equipment used in gymnastics? Well, we have a pommel horse. Originally designed for mounting and dismounting horses, the pommel horse invented by the Romans has evolved from a basic wooden block to a rounded metal mount covered with foam and leather for improved flexibility and comfort. The vaulting table underwent a significant transformation due to safety concerns in the 1980s and 1990s, replacing the original vaulting horse. The modern vaulting table, now standard in both men's and women's gymnastics, offers improved safety and performance with its design changes. Gymnasts also used rings, invented in the early 1800s. Gymnastics rings have seen various construction changes, including versions made of iron, rubber, and wood. In contemporary competitions, wooden rings are the norm, reflecting advancements in materials and design. Bars. Originally fixed wooden rails, gymnastics bars has evolved into flexible, adjustable structures that provide better shock absorption and bounce. These changes contribute to gymnasts achieving greater heights in their routines compared to the rigid bars of the past. Balance beam. Introduced to the World Championships in 1934, the balance beam initially measured a narrow 8 cm and was later widened to 10 cm. As gymnastic routines incorporated more complex maneuvers like somersaults and handsprings, the balance beam was reconstructed to enhance elasticity, safety, and stability. The modern beam is also padded to reduce the risk of injury. With each routine, they wear this clothing called leotards, which is a tight-fitting, breathable garment extending from shoulders to mid-thigh, made of sweat-wicking polyester fabric worn by both male and female gymnasts. And as gymnastics gained popularity and athleticism increased, there was a greater emphasis on functional design. Forward roll, a simple tumbling move where the entire body is rotated along the floor surface. Splits, extending legs sideways or front and back with the lower body, including legs and rear end, in contact with the ground, can also be performed on a trampoline. Cast, a semi-plank bar position with a slightly rounded back and pulled-in stomach. Handstand, using hands as a base, stand upright with straight back and legs, toes pointed upward. Round-off, a cartwheel-style maneuver involving half rotation, a brief handstand pause, and a return to the original standing position. Turn on one foot, a dance-style pivot used on the floor and beam.